Mike, just your thoughts on the day Dylan had 2 catches at 2 different positions, 2 home runs from opposite sides of the plate. He was like 4 different players today.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. Kamish, what's happening, partner? Yeah, you know what? Talent on display for Dylan today. Showcased all the different ways he can help us win ball games and beat the other team. And he used it with his legs and his feet. Made a really nice play, in left. But man, that was a super nice play in the ninth on Hiera. And then got on top of one from the right side, big homer, punched right back after they score, and then dropped the head to get for a 2-run homer to give us the lead that bullpen brought home. So really, really special day for Dylan.
Last year at this time, he was on a rise that got him into the middle of the order in the playoffs. This year, he's surging or he's trending in the right direction after his first real long season. What kind of test is a September for a rookie? And what does it say about his awareness of beyond September that he can keep maintaining?
Yeah, no, this guy, I've said it a while, and the first time you play in a full season, it can be a challenge for a guy, some more than others. But Dylan's what he does with his habits and how he's going about it since really the first observation I've had and seen with him, and his ability to work with and learn from guys that have done it. This guy's built for having the ability to play the game later. He's got a nice, even keel demeanor. He takes care of himself. He works smart and appropriately with his work. And he's got, like I say, got even pro personality, so he doesn't tax himself too much mentally or physically. Not that he doesn't work hard. I don't want to misrepresent. He works really smart, and he's in control of what he's doing, and he's got an idea of what he's doing and how he's doing it, and he likes to play.
I think I'm using this phrase right. How much of that is, well, it's probably blunt, but how much of that is nature and how much of that is nurture? I mean,
Both.
nature is just like kind of his talent, right? But you guys nurture that.
It's both. He first of all, I mean, it's in his DNA. He's got ability to see the game, slow it down, study it appropriately, work within it, and then the nurture part. I mean, we do our part to work with him, but really it's the guys in the clubhouse help him understand what that looks like. I know Goldie and Nolan have been positive influences on him, as has Yachty and some other guys.
Was that partly? Well, I don't know what COVID rules are, but can you define who sits where in the clubhouse, and was it kind of by design for Arenado and Carson to be near each other?
You always try to put guys where younger player with a more veteran guy, but it just kind of works out that way.
That's the one I asked. We saw Paul's double, and right to that same spot where Dylan hit his home run pretty much. How much did he have to get of that to get it out at that spot at this ballpark?
Yeah, I mean, he had to get it. There's no question about that. Paulie took another good swing, got in on him, but stayed through it. And, it was some strength on that one. But yeah, it's a bigger part of the park, and you got to be able to, center it up pretty good, and he did.
Kamish?
I guess Happ's regular season is probably over for him after as long as he went today. How would you assess that, and what are the different possibilities for his potential use in the postseason?
Yeah, he did a great job today. We'll start there. He did a tremendous job. He's been a good, solid stabilizing force for our staff and our rotation. I thought he was really good today. Some of the, got a couple swings on him, but some balls just found some grass. Thought he made a lot of good pitches. Thought he grinded well. I thought he competed very, very well. And it was big for him to be able to get into that and grab Vogelbach in the 7th to get that first out. I thought he did tremendous. It's a little too early to prophesize about what roles are going to look like in the playoffs right now.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Zach Silver?
Good try, though.
Mike, with Dylan, the versatility he brings, I mean, how important is that to what you guys are looking to do in October? Just, the fact that he can hit from both sides of the plate, the fact he can play all 3 outfield positions, how valuable, we've seen all year, but how valuable is that to when things get really nimble and things are kind of to plug a lot in October? You can put them anywhere, and you can put them anywhere in the lineup. How valuable does that bring to you guys right now?
Yeah, it's always valuable. It's important. I use the Gary LaRock thing. I bring it up a lot, but how's he help you beat the other team? And he's got it. it was on display today. Switch hitter, so you can't really game plan for him either way there. He's got pop in his bat. Clearly, put that on display today. He's a smart base runner. He's continuing to get better on the bases. He's played excellent defense. He throws well. So, a lot of different scenarios coming in the game, and Dylan's got the ability to be there and execute. So he's a good player with a lot of skill sets. That always helps you, in the playoffs, regular season. It's just, those are skill sets that win.
But he was telling us that a lot of these strikeouts are just him coming from executing, not necessarily going for the strikeouts, but just the confidence behind the pitches and what he's setting up for himself. How much is important for him also to get some momentum after this up and down season he's had with the injuries to put a firm foot forward here before the postseason?
You talking about Whitley?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cody's done the ball very well. He's done nice. He's got, had a good, good fastball going today. A couple punch outs on it. He's got life. He's got, similar. Everybody's a little different, but similar profile. He's got a great changeup. He's got a good slider, but he's got elevation at the top, and he's got something underneath, so it's similar to Gio in a sense how he attacks. So he does a nice job. He's going out. He is in attack mode, and he's being aggressive and trusting the stuff, and he's got good, really, really nasty stuff.
Fred?
Mike, I'm curious if you see this as maybe a theme for some of your guys. You've had multiple pitchers who pitched today, pitched really well, and you've got players who have all been at a point in their season, a lot of them have, where it's been frustrating. Some of them have been let go by their teams, or they haven't liked the way their season's going, or they've lost jobs, like Alex, bounced back from losing the closer role. How do you see that as a theme for these guys, and do you think it's become a strength of this team, how so many guys have handled different parts of adversity at different points this season?
Yeah, I think it's a strength for sure. I mean, persevere. When things don't go well and you have to deal with things, you have to perseverance is a huge trait for winners. And it's just this is definitely a game of perseverance. This is a challenging game. And because you have to feel like you have to perform almost all the time to stay. And there's a constant mental and physical grind with that, and you learn to, accept it and deal with it. And but there's a lot of different circumstances that come into it, and each individual guy that you mentioned has been able to do that. You mentioned Alex; he's overcome a ton. I mentioned how much respect I have for him, how mentally tough he is, and how he likes to and he continues to grow. I mentioned the big nasty Garcia came in and closed it out. I mean, this guy bounced around a little bit, but I feel like he's found a home, and he's found a good place to go pitch and perform like he's capable. McFarland, same thing, it's not the road that I'm sure he wanted this year, but he's found a place where, he's valued and he's done a tremendous job. Always done a great job. They performed fantastic, and the thing I love about them is they just fit in and they're willing to do their part, and they go out and they pitch to their strengths, and that's all you can ask.
Everybody good?
Thank you.
Cody, as you've progressed through this season and been in multiple levels, it really seems like you've solidified yourself here in this bullpen, especially with your strikeouts. What have you learned throughout this year that has helped you get to where you are now?
Just kind of watching other guys who've been pitching in leverage situations, how they go about their job in the bullpen. Just trying to throw more strikes, get ahead of guys, When you're ahead, you can put guys away easier. You have, some comfortable room where you can make a couple pitches, maybe throw some pitches out of the zone, maybe they'll chase. So just watching guys like that and just trying to just throw more strikes.
Zach Silver, MLB.com.
Cody, to that end, is the strikeout a focus, or is that more just a product of what you feel like is a comfort with being able to mix things up? I mean, you've had a lot these past 2 games. Is that anything particular you're working on, or is that just more a byproduct of what you have to work on?
Yeah, I think it's just a byproduct. Like I said, it's just getting ahead of guys and being able to make pitches. And, I haven't been doing anything differently, I feel like. I've just been attacking guys, and stuff's been playing up a little more. I think my velo's been a little higher, so maybe that has something to do with it. But, just been attacking guys. Nothing really different that I've been trying to do.
how important, I guess, then is it for you to see those results paying off as fruitfully when you have a postseason games coming up and you have kind of down the stretch here these last marks to make on the regular season and tune up? How important just for your mindset and for your mentality is it to get that momentum going here?
Yeah, it's been great. Just pitching in some closer games, higher leverage situations, and being able to perform and like you said, getting strikeouts and it's not all about strikeouts, but just getting outs in general is what we're trying to do. But yeah, it's been great for my confidence just to really get out there and just like prove myself and just help the team any way I can. And we've been playing really well lately, and as a whole, so it's been awesome to be a part of.
Thank you.
Derek Gould, St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
Hey, Cody, I wondered back in 2019 if this was a lot like what it was like watching Dylan Carlson play Springfield.
Yeah, I played with him in Springfield, and then when I got called up to Memphis, he was also called up. So it was, there was some games, I don't know if he's told you guys this, but he would know the guys starting, and he would look at us and say, I'm going to hit a leadoff homer, and then he would go out and do it. So it was like that stretch that he had was incredible, and now he's performing. He's been doing well. I mean, he had a good year last year, but this year he's kind of coming to his own. His power's showing up a little more, and when he's playing like this, it's fun to watch. So yeah, looking forward to it. I mean, keep it going. We need him.
Was that in Memphis that he would do that, or at both levels?
Well, in Springfield is when he would do that. In Memphis, he hit some homers there too. Still did pretty well, but he went on that tear in Springfield when we were playing together until we both eventually went to Memphis the last month of the season. So yeah, like I said, he's fun to watch when he's swinging it like that.
And does he do that in the majors ever?
No, I've never heard him say that here, and I mean I'm not like. I mean, it's the minor leagues a little more laid back, so and he's not leading off here either, so I don't think he's ever said
I just would
that.
be remiss if I didn't ask.
Yeah.
We should know.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cody.
Oh,
Everybody
you're
good with
welcome.
Cody? Thank you.
Thank you.